Hello, my name is Melissa Garrison. I'm a member of the admissions office here at UNC Greensboro, and I'm excited to welcome you as a new Spartan here for the spring. Since I work with transfer students very often, I know that many of you come from all different backgrounds: in-state schools, out-of-state schools, 2-year schools, 4-year schools, public, private, a little bit of everywhere. So it's my goal in this presentation to help you make the transition into UNCG smoothly by giving you information on our opportunities and resources here so that you can make the most out of your time with us at UNCG as you move forward in your education. And speaking of moving forward, our transfer students are among the most successful students on our campus. Many of them persist and graduate at higher rates than our native students. And many ask me, what happens to my GPA when I transfer? Well, you begin with a brand new GPA at UNCG. You're starting afresh. Well, of course, we do transfer all the credit in that you have earned. So hopefully you've already had a chance to review that, but you can aim for that 4.0 GPA as you start anew here on our campus. Please remember that when we admitted you to the university, we admitted you to the general university and not to any specific major or area of study. So keep in mind that some programs do have secondary admissions requirements, not all, but some. The ones that come to mind most quickly are social work, nursing, and education. So make sure that you check with your academic advisor to discuss any of these secondary admissions requirements for majors. Some you will have to have a higher GPA. So just be aware of those so you can work toward those. But going back to transfer student success, like I said, our transfer students tend to graduate at higher rates than our native students and tend to have higher GPAs than those who have started here at UNCG. So take pride in that and continue that legacy as you further your studies with us at UNCG. So what's going to be different here? I want to talk to you about some basics, things like processes, campus size, enrollment, and course options, as well as student life. We're so glad you found your way to us, and there are some things that are going to be similar to your prior institution, but some that will be a little bit different. As far as processes are concerned, what's going to be the same? Academic-wise, you're still going to go to class, take your tests, keep up with your assignments, do well on those exams. Those things are not going to change. But one thing that you might want to make sure you take advantage of is getting your UNCG Spartan card. Please do that at the beginning because it's very important to have that as your ticket into many different things. For one, you use that to access the library, our Kaplan Recreation and Wellness Center, any of the athletic events that we'll talk about. If you live on campus, that's your key into your residence hall. And also, if you're dining on campus, it will have your meal plan or any declining balance. So the Spartan card is just very important, and they'll talk to you a little bit more about that in the SOAR process and orientation. As far as dates are concerned, drop ad might be a little bit different as well. Our first day of campus is January the 10th. So we'll get things started then, but you'll have through January 14th to make schedule changes and drop ad. So please keep that date in mind. Once January 14th rolls around, your schedule is set. By early March, you should know by that time, have a general idea of how well you're doing academically in your classes. If you find that you would like to drop a course, you could discuss that with your academic advisor, possibly financial aid. But the final date to drop classes without penalty is March 4th. So please keep that in mind. We would like for you to, if you've got to drop any classes, make sure you drop properly and without penalty by March the 4th. Now, how are you going to remember all these dates? The great thing is you don't have to. We have a website called Spartan Central. You can access it by typing in spartancentral.uncg.edu. Go ahead and bookmark that because it's going to be your key to a lot of the business side of being a student. It will have a comprehensive calendar there with all these dates on it. You can access information about billing and financial aid, registration and degree planning. all there for you in one place, spartancentral.uncg.edu. So please do utilize that resource. Campus size, that might be slightly different. If you're coming from a smaller campus, we do have a 250+ acre campus corner to corner. And the great thing about it is it's still green, it's still got some trees. It's absolutely beautiful, and you should be able to walk it in about 15 minutes. So please, as you are starting this semester, make sure you take some time to walk around, get yourself oriented as far as where your academic buildings are and the places that you'll utilize the most. Go see the rock and the clock, but don't walk under the clock if you want to graduate on time. But it's just a fantastic campus. And if you need help finding your way and navigating, make sure you ask. I think you'll find that it's a very friendly and accessible campus, and it's very easy to navigate as well. You'll get used to it very quickly. By the numbers, our enrollment at UNCG is close to 20,000 students overall. So we're a good larger size, mid to larger size state university. That will provide you a lot of opportunities. And notice that we have over 5,000 transfer students on this campus. So when you do transfer, you're going to meet people from all different backgrounds and walks of life, but you're going to also meet people just like you as well with similar interests. Our transfer students and students in general, many of them also are working, have families, some have finished military service. So they're coming from all different backgrounds and walks of life, and that makes our campus community pretty special. At UNCG, given our size, we can offer you approximately 1,700 classes each semester. So that's a great size number to choose from. At many of your original colleges, you probably took a lot of general ed courses, and those are courses that are traditionally of larger size. So when you transfer to UNCG, you're probably going to start on a lot of your major coursework. And we're very proud that more than a third of our classes have 20 or fewer students. So as you get into those major courses, you'll find that classes are smaller, student to faculty ratio is 20:1. You'll have ample opportunity to work with your professors, even participate in some undergraduate research. So it will be a fantastic opportunity with our class size, as well as our options of study to take advantage of these options. I always tell transfer students, please get involved in at least one thing outside of the classroom, because it makes your campus experience so much more meaningful. And at UNCG, we have over 350 clubs and organizations. And if we don't have what you're interested in, you can start it. But they range many different things. Our motto, you should know, is service. And we do have students performing up to 1 million service hours throughout our community, which is pretty special. And they do so a lot through these organizations, be they departmental, Greek life, fraternities and sororities, honor societies, religious organizations, just a lot to get connected with at UNCG. And we hope you'll take the time to cheer on the Spartans. We are NCAA Division I, many sports that you can cheer on just with that Spartan card to get in. Baseball, softball, soccer, basketball, I can't name them all, but the men's basketball team does play in the Greensboro Coliseum, and it's a fantastic environment to cheer on the Spartans. And if you're like me and love sports, but you're not going to be playing in Division I sports, you can always get involved in intramurals, club sports. Those are fantastic options as well. And while you're in the Kaplan Center for Wellness, working out, using the equipment in there, the climbing wall, the pool, you can also check in with them about outdoor adventures, as they'll help arrange trips, camping, hiking, whitewater rafting, skiing, all different types of things you can participate in. Transfers are welcome. To seek out more information about our honors program, the Lloyd International Honors College. We do offer disciplinary honors in many different majors. You're also welcome to investigate options to study abroad. And we have a transfer honor society on this campus called Tau Sigma. So aim for that fantastic GPA so you'd be qualified to participate in that program as well. Make sure you utilize your resources here at UNCG, because there's so many options for support. We have a faculty that's going to challenge you, but also many things that will support you in your journey here to academic success. I always encourage students to get connected early on with the Career and Professional Development Office. They help students find internships and co-ops. They can help you network through Handshake. They help with resume writing skills, interviewing skills, so many things that they can do. So don't wait until you cross that stage at Greensboro Coliseum and graduate to look them up, because they can help you early on in your UNCG career. As far as academic support, we have an Academic Achievement Center, helping students arrange free tutoring, supplemental instruction, also academic skills seminars. They do a number of different things to support academic success. And we have a speaking center and a writing center. Those presentations and those papers are going to be part of your academic career, and these facilities can help you improve upon those skills as well. Our Dean of Students office is always there to help as well. If you run into any kind of crisis, emotional crisis, academic crisis as well, they can help connect you to resources. They're a fantastic office that's there to support students. We do have an Office of Accessibility and Resource Services. We call them OARs for short. They help students with learning differences. You need to make sure you seek them out, and they will be able to help connect you to different resources to help you succeed in the classroom. And your first year, they help with orientation and support through the entire first year for students. We have a transfer text line that they help manage. The number is here on your screen. So if you have questions any time of day, please text them and they will help connect you and answer any questions that you might have. So once again, my name is Melissa. I'm from the admissions office. And although my time is coming to a close with you because you'll be an enrolled student very soon, please know that the Office of Admissions is always happy to hear from you and to learn about the great things that you're doing at UNC Greensboro. You can connect with us via email, by phone. Come visit us in the admissions office on 1400 Spring Garden Street, or also connect with us in social media. But once again, we're so excited you're joining us as a Spartan this spring, and we look forward to seeing you on campus.